What's up? It's Dave and Pete at the Sound Cellar. We're going to talk about recording acoustic guitar. And
we've chosen 3 pretty cheap mics so that you can do any of this yourself, maybe try it at home and get some really great results.
Maybe we'll talk about the guitar real quick. So this is a Martin. It's not like a super fancy $3,000 guitar. I think I got this for like $600, you guys. This is a Martin Road Series made in Mexico. And it sounds pretty. It's nice, but this is like a very like mid-level guitar. Like you probably have something comparable, you know, or it's not that hard to get. This is not like crazy extreme tone. Here's how to record acoustic guitar. I'm playing my $5,000 frickin' whatever. This is like a sound that you should be able to get yourself.
So no Neumann's needed. You could use a Focusrite or a Mackie and get some really good sounds.
Okay, so yeah, the first thing we recorded on was the SM57. Is that right?
Yeah, let's hear that.
So my impression of that is it's like kind of a very warm sound. It's nothing like too extreme. It's not very bright. It's not very like this or that. It just feels like a good bass to start from. And you refer to this as the horn, right? Or basically where the neck meets the body of the guitar.
Yeah, I who I learned this from called it the horn of the guitar, usually because there's a cutaway there, but in this case, yeah, it was kind of a dreadnought. There was no cutaway, so I still call it that.
Dreadnought.
The SM57 though sounds surprisingly good though. You wouldn't think that would be good for acoustic. Maybe it's it's dynamic. It's not condenser. It doesn't sound as good. I won't have enough volume or gain. But honestly, it sounds surprisingly really good, and you can get away with a 57 or 58 really easily. Let's listen to the bridge miking.
Yeah, your hand might slap the fucking thing. So yeah, one thing, if you notice, my hand whacked the fucking mic in the middle of playing. So one of the things to be mindful of with this mic placement is don't smack the microphone.
Yeah, it's very possible that when you're miking the 12th fret or the horn or any of these mic placements that your guitarist hits the mic due to it being too close.
Due to their incompetence.
Their
lack of spatial awareness.
And maybe they're not used to this kind of studio environment, being tight, not moving. Obviously, you don't want them to move around the mic too much. If they're jumping around and getting too into it, then it's going to mess with the effects. In the studio, it's obviously a different environment where you don't want people moving around as much.
Right.
There it sounds a little dreamier almost. It sounds a little, a little boxier, but sometimes when you just want it in the background, taking up some space, changing away, that's not a bad thing to do. It also has a little bit of brightness, some stiff brightness kind of from the bridge there too.
Yeah, I was going to say it almost gets like kind of nasally. It gets kind of this like nasal quality to it.
I would say I do that less often, but still can be a good place to, if you want sounds that are a little more in the background, or kind of you want weirdly midsy to cut through or make something different. Let's check out the 12th fret. Again, you may have done this before.
Much chimier.
Yeah, the 12th fret has been a pretty magic spot for a lot of people. You get kind of a good balance between the body and the fingers. You're not close to the boominess as much. But if you feel like you need a little more body in your acoustic, this might not be the place to mic it for you. So sometimes this is great, especially if it's a rhythm track. But if it's the main track and the heart of the track, maybe more at the horn or the bridge will be better for you.
Right. And I suppose you could always like mix these too and blend them together.
Right, you could put multiple mics anywhere and blend whatever you want together. You could try 2 of our mics that we're doing today, or you could try a condenser and a dynamic, or a space pair in a room. I mean, obviously, there's no wrong answers.
Hell yeah. Let's look at our next microphone here.
Yeah, this is the E906. There's a silver version, the E609, which is kind of its littler brother. This one's a little more expensive. A lot of guitarists have this too. Super popular mic. Let's try it on acoustic guitar. I bet you haven't seen it there, so that's why we wanted to try it. Check this out. So we were listening back in comparison to the SM57. I think the 906 here is a little brighter, a little less midsy.
Me too.
Kind of like a little less low-endy boom, almost like low midsy, really. And also, yeah, really fine choice. Obviously, a little more expensive of mic. Really popular. Let's hear it on the bridge.
I almost want to say it's kind of like wooden. I don't know if that's a weird word. It's more in like the nasally kind of character, but it's like different from the 57 for sure.
I'd say it's warmer, almost has like a less aggressive. It's like almost warmer. You still get that brightness from the 906 there on that bridge. So I think even a little more viable on the bridge than the 57. But yeah, I think very warm sound there actually. So if you want a very mellow kind of guitar sound,
indie folk.
Right, but
indie folk album,
but still keeping it like clear. You know, by we're hearing like you still get some chang in the string. I think this would be a good choice too.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the 12th fret on this one.
Yeah, again, a very bright kind of vibe with that one.
Really present, really nice sounding vibes there. The 12th fret continues to be a really great place to mic the acoustic guitar. I loved the 906 on there. It was probably one of the best sounds maybe so far. It really, again, depends on the context of your mix, though. But so far, that was really clear, really warm sounding, really nice. I was going to get into the fact that we had one more thing to show you.
Yeah.
We're using the Audio-Technica AT2020. This is another really common first mic. I think you can get these for $100 and then used even less than that, 50 to 80 bucks maybe. Super cheap mic. A lot of people even use them for
See 'em a lot,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah, they get used all the time. And What we did was we put the mic near Peter's ear, about ear level, looking down at the body of the guitar and the strings. And this is a cute little method that I've used. And let us know what you think on that one.
I never would have thought of this in a million years. We're pointing it at my ear because this is what I would hear. Dude, Dave's the man with the magic. Are we rolling? Should I play? I'll just play.
Okay, so it was a condenser mic. It's a little different. It's a little more sensitive. Takes the room a little bit more into account. I thought it was a little boxier, but still very full bodied, still very viable. And you really do get a lot of the strings. You still get a nice low end from the body. I think there is a little bit of honkiness, but that could be, you know, where I just placed it there. You could probably finesse that. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think this could be cool to like blend in with another mic placement too. So you're capturing this sort of like multi-dimensional sound. And also, it's just kind of cool. It's like maybe like the person listening to it doesn't really hear it, but like the fact that like the idea of like it's how you're hearing the guitar when you're playing it, I think is kind of cool.
I think if you pan that off to one side, or mostly one side, that could be really cool, where you feel like you're getting that guitar right in your ear there.
Authentic indie folk.
I mean, use it on rock too. Folk, of course, has acoustic guitars.
Yeah, it's a cute idea. I mean, I definitely could see like experimenting with that. Yeah, so let us know what you thought. If you've tried any of these before, if you have different stuff you've tried and you're like, this one sucks, you should do this, do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know how
This
to
is
end.
the sound seller.
I don't know how to end a video. This is the sound seller. Yeah, I think there's something in there that's not garbage.